Hi, Linda. I want to apologize in advance if you hear some kiddos in the background. I've got both my babies here, and they're pretty vocal tonight, so apologize in advance for that. Just kind of want to go over a couple things that we talked about. I've got two positions open. The first position is like a secretary clerk position, answering phone calls, helping me call clients, renewing or reminding about policy renewals coming up, taking payments, things of that nature. That position, I kind of have it open to up to 40 hours a week. I'd love it, if you want to work part-time with that position, that's fine too. But honestly, I need help. So the hours are pretty much full-time for that if needed. But if you would prefer something more part-time, we could definitely, make that possible as well. That could be definitely 3 to 4 days a week if needed. That starting is about $15 an hour. And the reason why that job kind of limits me a little bit is because when you are not licensed, you can't answer questions about insurance policies, and you can't solicit insurance. A licensed insurance agent has to do that. So that's why I'm also looking for a full-time licensed agent. I'll kind of get into what that looks like here in a minute. But in order, if you wanted to start off in the secretarial clerk position and then say, this is something I want to do, I want to be a licensed agent, we can definitely do a transition role for you in regards to that. In order to get, before I get ahead of myself, I will be working with MiMiC and AAA, and my insurance name is called MiTrust Insurance Agency. And I'm so close to signing my contract with MiMiC and AAA. I have under here for products, I've got some hyperlinks here, but as an educator, you know what MiMiC Insurance is. You know about their grants, their foundations, the type of clientele they work with. But they've also been bought out by AAA. And when I heard about AAA, I originally thought it was just like roadside assistance. But there's actually a lot more to it than that. I did not know they did home, auto. They have all their life products through them as well, or life products you can sell through them. They've got auto loans, they've got credit cards. So, you can sell a lot of things through AAA. And what I like about that is I can sell insurance policies to someone outside of education or outside of teaching hospitals. Like in Michigan, they qualify for MiMiC as well. So it doesn't just limit me to a small group of people. So I'll let you go ahead and play through that. But like I said, as an educator, you're pretty familiar with MiMiC. But if you wanted to do the licensed position, where that's more full-time, or that is full-time, that gives you the opportunity to solicit, get commission. That's also starting off at around $15 an hour. And in order to get licensed, so there's two licensings that you could get. The minimum you need is property and casualty. And then if you wanted to do life and health, you could. We don't do health products, but in order to get licensed, it's a life/health license. But you have to do at least property casualty, which is home, auto, things of that nature. In order to get licensed, you have to take a pre-licensing course. Now, these are the two courses that I recommend. I did my property and casualty through a company called Kaplan. And you go onto their website, you click property casualty, you then go ahead and it's licensed right through Michigan. I did the Essential program. It was $189. That included videos. It gave me an online PDF, online quizzes, state exam simulations, things of that nature. Or you could do this company called Uncle Bill. I did life and health through Uncle Bill. I preferred his format a little bit more than Kaplan. He has a book mailed to you. You read the book. He has videos that you can purchase to go with his program. And then he has tests for you as well to take. He is from Michigan, whereas Kaplan's more of a national thing. So Kaplan kind of did a broad sense of things, and then, they had a caveat on the side for Michigan law, whereas Uncle Bill is directly from Michigan, so all of his stuff automatically applied to state law, which I found helpful. What I did for him is I went to course description purchase. I did the self-study option, which had the book sent to me right here for Property Casualty. I think that's $120. And then I purchased the videos that were an additional $60. And I watched those and I listened to them while I was driving to work. About 40 hours is what is needed to complete the property casualty licensing. And then, like I said, if you wanted to do life and health, you could. It just gives you more items to sell. Then once you finish that, then you take the state exam. You can take the state exam. That's only $40. I will reimburse your state exam costs once you pass. You can take it virtually or you can take it in person. The in-person testing site is in Gaylord. I took the property casualty virtual the first time and I failed it by 1 point. It was a horrible experience. I do not recommend it. Proctors were rude, tech issues, could not read the questions to myself because they were afraid I was mouthing the questions to somebody else in the room. I would highly recommend going up to Gaylord and taking it in person. That's what I did for both of my second property and casualty and life and health. A lot easier. So you can go on and you can register for the exam through here. And again, I would reimburse you for that. So if you are a licensed agent, your compensation changes a little bit. Now, I'll be fully honest, this is documentation that I received from corporate office. I have, pretty high levels of confidence in them as they were giving me these numbers. But, it's definitely a sales position, so nothing's set in stone. This is just a rough idea for you. This projection for a baseline producer and agent, those terms are used interchangeably. If you sold 14 auto policies a month, every month for a year, in an auto, one of those numbers, it does not count as a household, it counts as a vehicle. So like my husband and I would have 3 between our 2 vehicles and our motorcycle. So 14 auto policies a month, 7 home policies a month, 5 AAA memberships, and 1 credit card a month. If you sold just those things every month for 12 months it's going to be a little higher because this says $13 an hour, but it would be $15 an hour, 40 hours per week. You get 5% of all new business. You get 5% commission of all new business. I'm sorry, this baby's really grumpy. I apologize. I'm sorry. If you get 5% of all new business, you have your payroll taxes, you're looking at around $46,000. And then that was quoted at $13 an hour. Again, I would make it $15. But you also get a smaller renewal or smaller percentage commission on all your renewals as well. So let's say you sell a policy to someone for auto, 6 months comes up, their policy renews, you get a chunk of that change as well. One of the reasons why I chose insurance versus real estate is it's guaranteed renewable income. You're not going to be getting a check one time and done, but you do get paid more on new business, but you do get a renewal percentage as well. Again, this is just information that was given to me as I'm still navigating this. I'm learning as I go. So please know that I definitely know there's room for improvement and that this is just the information I was given as I'm starting this process. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick here is some podcasts. I linked here some podcasts I found informational and helpful as I'm going into insurance. And books, I have books linked there. One of the things that I really want to do for my staff is every quarter purchase a self-development book of their choice for them and a coffee gift card to kind of do some self-development growth. And it doesn't have to be an insurance. It can be anything. And just a cup of coffee to go with that as you're, reading and growing, because as we all grow, we flourish together. So I just linked that in there. It's something I want to bring into my office. That's basically it in a nutshell. Again, 2 positions. I can be flexible with you if you want to start off with the clerk position and then go into the producer one. That's awesome. If you want to just stick with the clerk position, that's fine too. But I'm getting that seeded book of business from corporate, which tells me I am going to be overwhelmed quickly. So this is a good problem to have, but I need people. And another thing I wanted to mention is that I do have some training days in July where it's going to talk about the billing process. It's about 4 weeks of training, but it's about 4 hours a day. It's not every day during the week, and it's all virtual. In order to do that training, you do need to be licensed, but I'm going to see if I can get, if this is something you're interested in doing and you're not licensed yet in July, which is understandable, I would ask my mentor if that's something that you could join in and do as well, just to kind of get familiar with the program and learn the system, because I'm going to be learning it too. But I believe that is it. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to reach out. If this is something you're not interested in, I completely understand. Just wanted to ask you to come along if you were interested in joining me on this process. So talk to you soon. Take care.